introduce themselves. Kariga, why don't you go ahead and start?
Peace, good people. I'm Kariga Bailey, angel father, author, Black love practitioner.
I don't know how I'm supposed to follow it. Marcus Tanksley, y'all know me as Mark on the Gram or Tank. I'm a father, a husband, social media influencer.
What's up, y'all? My name is Lawrence Robinson. I'm an actor, father. Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Anthony Clark. I'm a certified life and love coach and an author.
Yeah, so today we're going to be discussing mental health, physical health, and I just want you guys to tell me, and anybody can start. I want you to tell me when you recognized that you needed help, right? You were at your lowest, and I want you to tell me maybe who is the one that helped you recognize that.
I'll go ahead and start. So there was a period of time where, I had moved to California. I'm out here working my way up, the corporate ladder. And then my last job that I had, I was striving for a particular position, really wanted to get there. So I ended up getting this position, and a year before I got this position, my dad passed. So I'm in this position, in a new position, still dealing with that, not really realizing it, on top of being in a position where, up until that point, 18 years before, I was a man, I knew exactly what to do. I'm in this position because of my experience. However, in this particular job, this field, I don't know what's going on. I'm still learning everything, so I'm like green again. I'm like, I ain't been green for 18 years. What is this? So going through that, then I'll fast forward a little bit. I had a conversation one day. I was met a guy who had been in this position for quite some time. I was leaving work, came up on him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Let me get some feedback from him. At this time, it was probably like 6 months in.
Yeah.
Maybe a year. And, he's telling me everything about how his day went, how his last couple of weeks have gone, and what the forecast is for the next couple of weeks. And as he's talking, I'm realizing there is no way in hell I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. There is no way. So coming to that realization in that moment, in that conversation, driving home, having that epiphany, still the lingering effect of losing my dad. And then in the middle of this, we still doing our podcast, me and my wife and everything, blogging and everything. And I look back, fast forwarding, up until through last year, realized I was extremely depressed. I was going through it. And I thought I was just stressed because of work. Like, I lost a whole lot of weight. Yeah. I'm between 220 and 240. Right now I'm like 245. I was down to barely 200 pounds. Mm-hmm. And on my frame, going back and look at it, you can tell, like, my face is shrunken down. And I told my wife, I was like, I was depressed right here. I was looking at the video, I was like, look at my face. I don't even look healthy.
Yeah.
And she, they don't see that. Like, you always look good, babe. Like, man, just shut up. That ain't what I'm talking about. Over here, like, look at me right here. So realizing that, it was like, I had that trauma of, it was like almost like a trauma of looking back at the past and was like, dang, I went through that and I didn't even realize
it. Was it the fact that it disrupted your purpose?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, as a lot of men have this whole mindset, a lot of us, our career is us. That defines us, what we bring to the table. Yeah. And me being in this position, money's okay and everything, but being in this, and it's just like, but if I don't want to do this, what am I going to do in my life? Okay. I got 4 kids. I got a wife. I got mortgage. I got bills. It's like, I support all of this. My wife is over here. People see her as the mogul. I'm the foundation of that. Like, I'm stable. This is what I do.
Yes.
I've done this for 20 years. This is me. And this ain't what I want to do.
And now it's gone.
And my heart is not in it. So that's when, it's gone. Like, the thrill was gone. And I was just like, what? Mm. So it was like a hard conversation I had with myself, but then I realized, I hope I'm not fast forwarding it, but I realized every single time I've made an elevation in my career, an elevation in life, God was always the forefront of that. And I realized he always makes me uncomfortable enough to move, so I move myself. It ain't like I pray for it and God's like, oh, here you go.
Yeah.
It's like, no, God's like, no, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable enough to where you can do this and you end up doing this yourself. I'm gonna push you out of that place you don't want to be in. Mm. And that's what he was doing. Mm. And that was what, fast forward now, that's what moved me to retire from my 9-to-5 last year in May and work for me and my wife full time. Yeah. So now self-employed. But I ended up going through all that because I never would have stepped away from my 9 to 5 because that's what I do. You know, that hands-on.